She's a surprise guest.
Yes.
I have known her for quite a few years because I first met her when we were I was in the legislature and she was representing PSC, and I thought at the time,
You can't keep looking over there.
because I like to look at her.
No, but she's not supposed to be
Oh,
here
she's
yet.
not there. Okay, and I always thought, that's the kind of personality that could be a good elected official. Yeah, thanks, Kathy. So I want to first say thank all of you for coming here tonight to support a wonderful candidate for city council. While I'll miss this old guy a lot,
Sure. Get your shots in.
I will. I don't think there's anybody who could do a better job replacing my good friend Stan than the candidate you'll be introduced to later. Right?
Nice. Very nice. Now introduce Skip Williams.
No, you have to say something.
Where is Skip Williams? He's going to introduce the candidate. Skip, come forward, please.
Skip Williams.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't you have anything to say nice?
Yeah, she's going to be great. She's going to get elected. She's going to be great.
Yes. Give it to you.
Skip.
All right. Thank you very much, Mayor Linville and Stan Staff. Anyway, good evening, afternoon, everyone. I'm Skip Williams, and I have been ordered and asked to introduce the candidate. So, just to tell you a little bit about myself, which is about that much. I've been a Bellingham resident since 1989, which makes me a relative newbie to this community, I have to tell you. But I'm going to say a few words about the candidate, Pinky Vargas. I first met her when I was her trainer in a program called Leadership Watching, and she was a participant. And the first thing that struck me watching her go through the program was I was deeply impressed with her depth and strong sense of self. And I think we've all experienced some of that along the way. She didn't actually live here at the time, but her job responsibilities had her working here quite a bit. And I could see that she poured herself into the program that focused upon the history and the issues that we in Whatcom County face. And she began to solidify her vision of becoming a resident in Whatcom County through that program. And she did this with the sense of becoming what I call a real Whatcom hamster. As opposed to just a belly hamster. In short, she had a long-term goal of becoming part of our community. She made it happen, and now she's here in a very, very big way. Since those days, though, I've watched her grow. I've watched her from afar. I haven't been actively involved in her life a lot, but I keep my eye on her. And I've seen her grow from being a newbie to be an integral part of our community. What I've observed are these. Her perspective. She is extremely able to think strategically and globally when she tackles a problem. And that gives her work, whatever work she's doing, a lot of depth. Her approach, she's always at her best when she's solving a problem, but she does it in a very, very thoughtful manner, in a way that brings together the different elements and the stakeholders dealing with that problem, and she always has the agenda of coming up with a durable, long-lasting solution. She's a very good listener, strong but thoughtful, and inspires leadership in others to take responsibility and solve these issues. So, the issues we all have in common, you all know them, some of them, the economic vitality of our region and our city, waterfront development, healthy Lake Whatcom, all of those issues, just to name a few. Combining her practical values, skills, and background, Pinky has the great potential to serve Bellingham in a very, very thoughtful way. It's not often that an incumbent office holder, on leaving office, openly endorses the candidate that's going to replace them. Current council member Snap's endorsement of Pinky speaks volumes to all of the qualities that I have spoken to. Her commitment to our community, her energy, and most of all, her integrity. I'm extremely proud to lend my support to her candidacy and extremely glad that she has chosen to apply her many talents and skills to the governance of our fair city. And now, I'd like to introduce the next Bellingham City Council person from Ward 4, Pinky Vargas.
Thank you all for coming. I'm overwhelmed. There's a lot of people here, and okay, be calm, breathe. I want to thank our elected officials, Mayor Kelly Linville, City Council members, Stan Snap, woohoo, he's on my team. Kathy Lehman, woo, she's on my team too. Terry Gorman and Seth Fleetwood and Jack Wise. So we have a pretty good showing of our city council, and I appreciate you being here. We also have Port Commissioner Mike McCauley, and we have some candidates who are going through the same experience that I'm going through right now. Roxanne Murphy, who's running for Ward 1. Renata Kowalczyk, who's running for Port. Red Brown, who's running for County. Thank you for sharing this journey with me. And I also want to thank my campaign team, because you can't do this alone. And I have an amazing team, and I am so grateful. If I could get everyone who's on my campaign team to just put up your hand, and so everyone could recognize them. And I also want to say a special recognition to my parents who are here. And I can tell you that they drove over 1,000 miles to be with me today. I love Bellingham. I chose to move here because this city shares the same values that I have, and it has so much to offer. We are so lucky. In Bellingham, we protect the environment, we care about family and community, and the quality of life. I'm going to tell you that I believe in protecting Lake Whatcom, ensuring progress of our waterfront development, and committing to supporting our local businesses in thriving and prosperity. Lake Whatcom is an issue that we are all familiar with. It's so precious, and it nurtures all of us. I live in the Silver Beach neighborhood. So not only do I get to be nurtured by the water it provides for us, but I also get the visual of the beauty and the serenity that it gives us as well. It's a daily reminder that the lake needs protection. I grew up on a farm. I lived in a house until I was 11 years old that didn't have running water. When you go to the well every day and you pack pails of water into the house, you quickly learn to appreciate and respect the importance of clean water. I have so much gratitude for my upbringing. It was amazing. I have a fantastic family, and it's a very large family. Lots of people to tell you how to do things. My parents and our farm instilled my respect for the environment. It taught me the importance of community, and it shaped my work ethic. It's not as simple as education. We can't just put a whole bunch of information around there about the lake. We have a plethora of information on the phosphorus damage in Lake Whatcom. We all know it. But what we have to do is make behavioral change. It's about teaching and making it easier for people to make the choices that benefit our lake. When our society first recognized that recycling was important, recycling wasn't easy, and it had a low participation rate. But when we started to make it easier for people to recycle, things changed. Now you go to a restaurant and you see the words compost, recycling, and landfill. And it's about changing our words. When you see the word landfill instead of garbage, it makes you think about your actions. It makes you think about what the long-term effects are of the decision you're making right then. And that's kind of the approach that I'd like to take with Lake Whatcom, is making it easier and showing people how their actions actually affect our lake and our drinking water. We all need to be stewards. Obviously, I can't do this alone. We all have to have thoughtful consideration about the choices we make. We have the ability to do it if we all get involved. It's part of my commitment to you not only to improve Lake Whatcom for our future, but to make action today, to make changes today. So I know everyone in this room all wants to see action on the waterfront development. We have been talking for 10 years. We have a city with abundance, and we live on a beautiful bay. But we have no accessibility to our waterfront in the downtown area. And that's just a shame, because we should be able to go down there on our lunch and have a picnic. It should be the place that we want to bring all of our visitors and say, oh my God, I have to take you down to the waterfront, because it's beautiful and amazing and it showcases our city. It should be a place that we want to have industry, commerce, and parks. A place that we are all proud of. We have the potential for a dynamic future, and I intend to bring energy and action to the waterfront development. Without a focus on economic development, our city won't prosper. Economic vitality is essential to all of our survival, as much as the water is. It's much more, and economic development is much more than trying to encourage new businesses to come in. Yes, we want that, but we also want to help the businesses that are already here. We love our local businesses like Mallard Ice Cream and Boundary Bay. It's pretty easy to support them on a regular basis. But we also have businesses like Brambleberry and Logos, and they're not as visible, but they pay really fair paying jobs, and they have good places for, they have good potential for growth. They're expanding, they're wonderful businesses. However, they have some challenges here. I work with business owners every single day. I know they're struggling to save $1. In my work as an energy efficiency manager, I help businesses on a daily basis save energy, time, and dollars. And we all know how important that is to their success. I see and hear the barriers that businesses come against every day. I know that they are really having a hard time expanding and growing. We're actually smothering a lot of our very successful businesses here, and we're making it hard for them. Whether it's policy or surprise expenses, I hear they're paying very often. It's crucial that we make it easier for these businesses to prosper and to grow. We cannot afford to have these businesses leave us. We want to keep them here in Bellingham. It's important from every student who graduates from our many colleges and universities to the new families that move into Bellingham that everyone has an opportunity for a fair paying job. And I want to ensure that we are providing that opportunity. I commit to supporting our local businesses and finding ways to make it easier for them and to support them to prosper. Years ago, a friend told me when I made a suggestion on how she should do something, it's a do-ocracy, and if you want something done, do it. So I commit to do-ocracy. I want to bring my global views to local issues, because together we can make this really great city amazing. We can strengthen Bellingham to be a place we can all live, work, and play. So today, I ask for your support, and November, I ask for your vote. I'm passionate about Bellingham, and I'm excited about being Bellingham's steward. I will bring my energy and action to City Council. So today, I thank you for the opportunity to serve our city. Thanks for being here.